to Your Wealthy Self with me, Regina Martinelli. This show is about money and a whole lot more. Here we focus on you being able to expand your capacity for money, success, abundance, and inner wealth. For you to have what's most important to you, what you desire, anything that makes your life the grand adventure that you want it to be, so you can be your wealthy self. Really, I stand in honoring your wholeness, that you are enough just as you are to have what you desire, what's most important to you. There's no need to be, do, or produce anything to be worthy or deserving of what you want. You already are. And it could be the freedom to have more success and money without guilt or shame. Or maybe it's an ease in being unapologetically you, or more certainty in your sense of purpose, or feeling daily joy and fulfillment within yourself. Whatever that is to you, whatever it is that you desire, I know we can create it without struggle. We can do it with ease and certainty, and we do it through the lens of money. We do it through money because money is a spiritual highlighter. It brings up so much for people. It reveals how you engage with the world, how much you will allow yourself to have, how easily you will allow yourself to have the things that you want. It will highlight how much struggle you subconsciously believe you need to deserve your money or success. Yeah, I get consciously we wouldn't want to struggle, but subconsciously there's beliefs running that may actually be contradictory to that. And often we don't feel worthy of our success or the success that we desire. So we will augment our worth by creating struggle in our lives. This is where you'll hear people say, I'm successful and I sacrificed a lot to get here, but it was worth it. Or you have to work hard for money. You have to put your time in, no pain or gain. None of these notions are the truth. And if you believe you have to work hard for your money, then you will have to work hard for your money. And in this show, we're revising these beliefs so that you can have more of what's important to you with more ease, more certainty, more freedom, and more fun. It's an incredible lens when you want to do the deep work, of self-appreciation, certainty, purpose, and freedom to be yourself. Getting to a place of knowing you are enough and knowing your worth is key to manifesting what you want with ease. I get asked a lot why manifestation doesn't happen overnight. So I decided to share some of those thoughts on this in today's show. If you've been trying to manifest something and it hasn't happened yet, there are several reasons why it could be. Sometimes it's not right now, or there's a way better way for it to come to you, and the form that it will come in is way better than you think you need. For example, I was married and I wanted to have children. I wanted to do it as a 2-person family. At the time, it was really sad to not be able to fulfill this desire of mine. Then after my divorce, I had a child on my own by choice to be an only parent. And it's the best decision I ever made. What I could not see was there was a better way to have my child, raising him myself instead of in a partnership that wasn't working for either party. This was much better to do it on my own. I could not see that at the time. I just felt the pain. But I see it now with such gratitude and appreciation that got me here. I have this client named Elle, and she needed to move, and she'd been looking for months for a place to rent that would take her and her 2 dogs. She fretted every time she'd find a place that seemed like a good fit, only to find out that it wasn't livable. This went on for weeks and months, and winter was coming upon her. It was coming quick. So she did what most of us would do. She asked herself, why can't I have what I want yet? What am I doing wrong that I can't manifest this? What is wrong with me? Or sometimes we might even think, why is the universe punishing me? This is such a human thing to turn against ourselves, as if there is something wrong with us, or to question if we're deserving of it, when deserving of the thing that we desire, when it hasn't materialized yet. And when we are tired, we just get tired of turning against ourselves and blaming ourselves that there's something wrong with us. When we're done with that, we'll often blame the world or the universe. And it's never that there is something wrong with us, and it's never that the universe is punishing us or that we're not deserving. Sometimes it's just divine timing. Elle finally, after months of looking, found a suitable place to live. But after the first really big winter storm, she realized why those other places didn't work out. Those locations would not have protected her from that big winter storm, her caravan would have been destroyed. Now, not only was it a safe haven from the storms that she found, her new place provided more support and connection than her childhood home gave her. Her landlords have put in everything she needs to grow her garden, power her kitchen with solar panels, and make her tinctures off-grid. They check in on her, they help her with her business, they consider her part of their family. She's never had this in her life. She found a place she belongs, where she feels safe and connected, and she can heal old childhood wounds. What the universe gave her was better than what she could have imagined, and it was much better than she was originally asking for. So sometimes it's really about the divine timing and the form and the way which we're asking, and that we're really set on it happening that way. It's not really what's for our best and highest good. And sometimes we have to hold it more loosely to let it show up more quickly and with ease. Another reason is many times our desires don't manifest overnight is because there are these foundational subconscious beliefs of shame or feelings of being unworthy that are running. These are the lowest vibration. Even fear has a higher vibration than shame. You cannot manifest easily on top of fear or shame. This could be a sign of some beliefs, that there are some beliefs that you need to revise that are up and ready for it. If on some level you believe you're not worthy of what you're wanting to create, then there's a conflict within yourself. Sure, consciously you believe you deserve it, yet consciously there could be an old belief from childhood that contradicts this. What you believe you are worthy of is usually in place by the time you're 3 years old. So it's possible your much, much younger self made a decision about what you are worthy of, and that belief is creating blocks to what you are wanting. The good news is these outdated old beliefs are always revisable. These are beliefs that have a lower vibration, and it makes it tough to manifest on top of. So it's good to revise them. I know I talk a lot about revising these beliefs, and yes, there are ways to deal with this situation that are other than revising the beliefs. But I've spent years working on myself and revising these beliefs for other people as well by going to the source. It's the fastest and most effective way to expedite manifesting what you want. And I tend to move fast in the world, so I like my transformation to be more efficient as well. Something that is good to know and understand is how the brain is designed. Our brains are not designed to update. They create and build and connect millions of neurons and neural pathways while we are in utero and through the age of 3. At age of 3 years old, our brains start to prune back the neurons and their pathways that are not being used. What your brain is doing is stabilizing itself. It is trying to stabilize what it knows, what it can predict, and what it needs based on that. See, our brains are designed to stabilize, all starting around the age of 3. Our consciousness, on the other hand, its intention is to expand. Our consciousness is designed to expand and expand and expand. Our minds do not, but our consciousness does. This is how at age 3, when something happens and we feel shame, that shame can get stabilized into the foundation of who we are. Our brains are not designed to update every 10 years to see if there is other information that supports us being more deserving or worthy or loved just as we are. Our brains are not designed to do that. Our brains are actually designed to lock down on that earlier decision and hold it in place as a foundation for the rest of our life, which could be 60, 80 years. Our brains do this for our survival and our safety. Our brains want to be able to predict how the world is. Because if our brains are really good at predicting how the world is going to be, then it has a much higher probability of surviving. You can see where this can be problematic, especially if you were raised by parents who couldn't love themselves or had limitations within their own abilities. This only reinforces to the brain how the world is, and what you are worthy of and how much struggle you deserve. I see this a lot when I'm working with money as a lens. Money is one way that you engage with the outer world, and it is one way you reach for what you need. And money has the pure energy. It's pure energy. It's the energy of blessings and benevolence. If money has any other flavor to it and how it feels, then it's not money. It's someone else's projected energy on top of money. This can create a lot of distortions in your relationship to money. So if money is one way you reach for what you need, and you don't feel worthy of a raise or deserving of someone buying you lunch, or shame for wanting more money, or if you dread doing your credit card bills, then there's probably something going on in your unconscious to create these symptoms. And whatever it is most likely creating drag on your ability to manifest with ease. In my 20s and 30s, I believed I had to work hard for money. All of my attempts at making money was going to be a struggle. It was going to be hard because those were the beliefs I held as a truth. And there's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, the RAS, was supporting me in finding evidence that my beliefs were true. Because the RAS, the reticular activating system, is actually a filter that sorts for what your attention's on. And it's not a belief if it's not true. So that part of my brain helped to get my beliefs to be true by finding evidence. It's so crazy how the brain works, because if money came to me easily, meaning I didn't have to work hard for it, or because I didn't struggle or sacrifice for it, it would disappear. I'd have a car expense I didn't expect, or something in my home would break. Have you ever had that? You get this windfall, then it's gone. And this is different from manifesting money that you need for something. Because you have the need, then the money comes. Like you need money to go on vacation, then you get a raise, or you get an unexpected check that shows up, or a new client comes into your orbit. Versus what I'm talking about is the money shows up as a windfall, and then it's taken away based on your subconscious beliefs about what you deserve. It's self-limiting versus self-generating. Manifesting is self-generating. Beliefs you have about not deserving success or abundance or money unless you've sacrificed for it or are self-limiting. This is what happened to me again and again for years. Subconsciously, I didn't believe I deserved it. So I had to send the money away until I'd worked hard enough, sacrificed enough, or struggled enough to be deserving of what I wanted. Then money could come and stick around. Yet I was too tired to enjoy it. On top of that, I had the belief that I could not celebrate it because talking about money was taboo in growing up. How crazy is that? Yet I see this with so many amazing people. This is their experience of money. When subconsciously there is a belief running that they don't deserve good things unless they're sacrificed, struggled, or work hard in some way for it. So many people have this. The thing that people miss about this need to work hard to be deserving is that it's a larger price than you realize. It's more expensive than you think. It takes a toll on your well-being, your relationships, your love and connection. All of that for the belief that isn't even true. There's another myth about money that you need and peaceful. This is why so many people want to win the lottery. I think if they have enough money to cover any foreseeable issue, and also to have enough in the bank to cover any non-foreseeable issue in the future, then and only then will they feel safe, secure, and enough. This need for gobs and gobs of money is based in scarcity. This person doesn't believe that more is coming, and more is always coming. They want to hoard enough for a lifetime and more because they don't believe there will be enough. There's no trust here in the universe to provide or partner with you. When a person doesn't believe they can create what they need, they will feel they need to hoard. When you realize you don't need to hoard, like when you breathe, you just know there'll be oxygen. And when you take a breath, you don't need to hoard all the O2 in the world. When you can get this way about money, then what you want is much less than you can imagine. You are satisfied, happier, and you have more clarity and ease with what you want to have. And when you choose to create more from this place, it's a more joyful, inspired place that comes with a lot more ease. However, it shows up. You will be taken care of, and it's going to be just what you needed. You can rest in knowing that the universe has your back. Like with my client Elle, what the universe delivered based on what she was manifesting was amazing. It was way beyond what she could ever think of or what she'd ever ask for. So it's knowing that you can create whatever you want, that you actually realize you don't want a whole lot when you can create whatever you want. You don't need to hoard. You find you're much happier with what you already have. And that level of happiness creates a calmer, more certainty and a feeling of safety. And this is where we can expand the consciousness that your greatest power is always within you. The more you come into a place of love or healing inside you, the more that you can create that around you. the more you can affect the world around you. So there's this sweet little exercise that I learned from Michelle Masters that I love. So I recommend, I'm going to stretch for a second, that you do this while you're not driving. You can do this sitting down, standing up, lying down, but I just recommend that you don't do it while you're driving. So take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Take another deep breath. Kind of drop into your heart. Now pretend there's a pretty box, one that catches your eye. It could be big, it could be small. The size really doesn't matter. See this box as your miracle box. It could be, like an inbox you see at an office, but decorate it, make it lovely to look at, something that makes you happy to see. This is your miracle inbox. See that box there. This is where miracles come to you to be accepted. Now, without thinking about it, just allow a number to come into your head when I ask, how many miracles are in your inbox today? How many miracles are in your inbox today? Don't make meaning of the number. It doesn't matter. How many miracles are in your inbox ready to be claimed? Now you can choose to accept them. I accept them. You can give them permission to download and be implemented into your world. You can ask that you can also ask that they have a time release integration if that feels better to your system. Sometimes we can be a little bit like, too many blessings. Life starts to get too good. We don't want you to go into a miracle overload if it's your first inbox. You can do this actually as often as you like. It's a sweet way to start connecting to all that is, God, the universe, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, and all the help that you have out there and beyond. There is so much help out there for you. You just need to ask. And so many times we do not ask for help. And the number one rule is they can't help you if you don't ask. So if you got something out of today's show, please share it. There's enough fear in the world. Let's create more joy. And you can follow us on Your Wealthy Self on Instagram or YouTube. And if you want to try one of my visualizations, you can find it here on Insight Timer. Let me pull that up for you. This. So Insight Timer is a free app. You can go to it and it has all sorts of meditation apps on there and such. I have one on there that has over 2,000 views, and it is a guided meditation. And what you would do is, this is a long URL to get. Insight Timer Regina /guided meditations meditation. You can also, once you open up Insight Timer, you can search for Regina Martinelli or manifesting in the quantum field. And then mine will come up. It's a sunset picture. It's a great visualization for creating what you want, and it's free. But I use it using the quantum field. There's all sorts of spirit help and guide help, and then you put in what you want, and I take you through this process. It's only about 14 or 15 minutes long, and it's really a different way to visualize and manifesting than probably what you're used to. But I say check it out. It's free. Have fun. People have loved it. And make sure you tune in next week as we continue to use money as a lens to revise old beliefs holding you back from having more clarity, freedom, prosperity, self-worth, appreciation, and daily joy, or whatever's most important to you, because that's what we're up to revising here. I love and adore you. You are an incredibly beautiful and precious being, and please know you are enough just as you are. And if you have questions you want to send or topics you want us to cover, you can do it here at Your Wealthy Self through e360tvlive.com. I love getting topics or questions that people have. I have been doing this work for over 25 years. I have so much to share and so much I'd love to share. I want to make sure you're getting what you want or what you need so I can give you as much as I got. Or I can start to research and find out. Also, you can find me at Your Wealthy Self. See? Oh yeah, yourwealthyself.com. Find out more about the work that I do. Okay. I look forward to being with you next week, where we will continue to awaken from those trance beliefs. And I say this a lot. What I mean by trance beliefs are the beliefs that we ended up with in childhood, where we felt we weren't deserving, we weren't worthy, we weren't safe, we weren't loved. All of those beliefs that we take on as the truth of us, and we're living in this trance. So we're trying to awaken you from those beliefs so you can be more with the truth of who you are and align to what you truly are, which again is that authentic self, and have self-sovereignty, and then align with what you desire so you can alchemize it in your wealthy self. All right, we'll see you next time. Have a beautiful rest of your day.